Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we're back, man. I'm trying to keep this thing together, man, but for some reason it's just not working. Alright, but listen, we're gonna continue on. This is gonna be spliced up and looking crazy, man, but hey, don't worry about it. 8.5 out of 10 stars, man. We're talking about Krypton, episode number 2 for season 1. It's called House of El. This takes us into the House of El. We finally get to understand a little bit more behind the happenings of Seg, Val, and all the rest of the gang, man. The happy gang bunch. And yeah, it's really, really cool, man. They give us a lot of background, a lot of information that we could have used in season 1. And I think that if you would have gave that information, almost like the same situation with Man of Steel, the beginning of Man of Steel, we were in Krypton. They gave us all the information of Krypton. Then they launched the little baby Kal-El, and then after that, we met up with Kal-El when he was a young kid, man. So that's what they should have done inside of this show, but they chose not to. So we're kind of playing catch up, man. Hopefully, this background, I had to put the sheets up and stuff because it was just too dark, man. But hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys. Best moments, man. Best moments. I'm gonna read these off real quick. The planet, I can't even get it out. The planet Detroit. Can I get a lift, or can I get a ride back to the city? The Detroit hat is swapped, and then the Ral creation story, man. I thought that was just brilliant, man. So there's this guy. I don't know what you want to call him. Let's call him a religious deity, and he has all these faces. Okay, well. Everybody's sitting there wondering, like, well, what's up with this dude with the gold face? Okay, here's who it is. Okay, each face represents the old gods, and the old gods are Centona, Tel, Laura, and I don't know if that's Laura or something else, but it sounded like Laura, so I wrote that down. Morda, and then Uda, and then Ral, who is the one true god. Ral was the one that created Krypton, and he created it out of like perfection and then in chaos, and rolled it all into one, and that's why you have Krypton. That's the way it is. That's why it's unstable. They explained everything about it, and it happened probably within like maybe a minute and 15 seconds where they explained everything, and I was just like, who wrote this? You know what I'm saying? It was beautiful, man. And they're saying that how do you want to say it? They're saying that with all those other gods, all those the old gods, the reason why they no longer worship them is because Ral was the one that kind of brung everything together with order. So that was really cool, man, to understand something about that. At the 30-minute mark in episode number 2, we get to go to the Fortress of Solitude, the OG, the original Fortress of Solitude. They did the blood thing. All of a sudden, it opened up. The universe is there, the stars, the sky. It was so dope, man. My thing was this. I wish they would have done something to do with like all the old Superman shows, and then I said to myself, you know what? Just let them have their moment, man. And they did. It was like heavens and earths, man. You could see where Val-El, who is the great grandfather of Superman, and Seg-El's grandfather, he was in there like doing some stuff, man, to where he made this Fortress of Solitude an experience. You drop your blood in, you prove that you're a part of the House of El, and then everything opens up for you, man. And the entire universe. He was onto things that would make any Kryptonian like put him to shame. He was like the top scientist dude, man. So you can kind of see where the bloodline passed everything down, man. The houses that we're dealing with are House Vex, House Zod, House M, and House L. Those are the houses that we're dealing with for this season. Let me see. Oh, here's what the episode was about, man. House of El obviously is the title. After suffering a tragedy, Seg must adjust to a new life, a new rank, and a new threat. And that's pretty much what we got going on, man. We learned at the beginning of the episode about the Zeta beam. That is the creation, man, from our Earth or how Adam Strange gets from our Earth to Krypton in the past. He uses the Zeta beam, and there was just a lot of comedy at the beginning of the episode, and I really appreciated that because it wasn't forced, it wasn't like on some Marvel stuff. It was like DC. It was his own little entity, man, and I really enjoyed that, man. I think that's pretty much it. The only other thing I got to add is that, you know, they had the battle for the House of Zod, if you will, meaning that little bitty Leda Zod, she decided to challenge one of the generals, colonels, or whatever, to get his rank, and that's pretty much what they do. And it was pretty dope, man, as far as the battle scenes. That's pretty much it, man. I gotta get out of here because I gotta go watch Pacific Rim 2, aka Pacific Rim Uprising. I gotta go check that out tonight. So that's pretty much everything I got going on. Like I said, man, it was a pretty easy episode, man, to watch and sit down with. I wish that the editing would have incorporated some of that stuff in the pilot episode, and we'd be sitting at a pretty high number, man. On IMDb and the rest of them, Krypton right now is sitting, and this is not too good. It's sitting at a 7.3 out of 10 stars. And for me, I can say that the show can only go up from here. It just has to maintain some order inside of the chaos and just get back to, you know, being a DC comic show and stop rushing. You know, take your time and do it right, man. That's it, guys. That's 6 minutes. I gotta get out of here. I was supposed to stop it at 5, but it'll probably end up being longer because I gotta edit all that stuff in there. But anyway, I'll put it at the back end and try to keep the important stuff at the front. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's it, guys. We're out of here. Take care. Press that button. Is it working? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, all right, continuing on, man. We're heading into
number 2, man.
Krypton
right
season
here.
1.
Man, was this a good
Season
episode?
1,
I'm
episode
telling
2,
you,
man.
man.
So,
Rating
stop listening if
8
you have
out
major
of
spoilers.
5.
I don't know if I'm
Oh,
gonna keep
shit,
the
I
rest of
lost
that,
it.
but whatever.
How much was it?
Anyway, man, this is the laundry
Got a
list,
whole
man. Rating for
entire
the
list.
episode, man. It's 8.5
Laundry
out of
list
10
and
stars,
stuff,
man.
And
To
I only
me,
have
this
one
is
paper.
I'm serious, man. Watching through it, I just had to sit and
If you haven't had an opportunity
take
to watch
it all in, man.
Krypton
I really
season 2,
enjoyed this episode, man.
shit.
To me,
If you haven't had an
I'm gonna be
opportunity
real
to
with
watch
you, I'm gonna be real with you, ladies and
Krypton
gentlemen.
season
This
1,
should have been
episode
the
2,
pilot
House of
episode,
El, stop
man.
listening.
Okay, obviously,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm gonna
mix
try
and
to
match
fix
and
this
some other
up,
things,
man,
but majority of this information should have been in the pilot episode. This was our episode, man. The episode that they give us so much information, so much good stuff. I might have to add something here because I think the background is, yeah, it's really dark, isn't it? Maybe if I put this on the back of my head like that, yeah, you can really see that. Anyway, we're gonna continue on, man.
That's better. Is that better?
It's just that backdrop. I really hate that back. Let me fix that.